what what the hell did I just watch? Dominion 712 was anything but predictable. And once again, Shocka's in Osaka. Galore. It's a new beginning and a new era in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And once again, they're back on top. And I don't know where we go from here, but damn. Hello, everybody. I'm just a simple man, and my name is Noah Foster, and welcome once again to another Simple Take. As Dominion has concluded, this is a simple take on Dominion, which was definitely a memorable one to say the least, considering at first only all that was known was 3 matches, and literally 4 other matches came into play that were tag team specials that told a lot of, I think, things to come. Not to mention the fact that I'm recording this literally right now to you, as Dominion just concluded about 5 minutes ago. It is currently 5:54 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was quite a pay-per-view. With that, let's go ahead and get right into it. So the other matches that were mentioned, again, they were special tags. The openers, it was the following. It was Tamaki Homa, Togi Makabe, and Gabriel Kidd going up against the team of Satoshi Kojima, Yushi Nagata, and the coach Rizusuke Taguchi. Really good, fun, competitive opening bout as it started off with Homa and the coach. They basically were going at it for a little bit. Then Taguchi and Togi, they were going at it, basically, testing each other's strength. As the match continued, though, it came down with Homa and Kojima literally exchanging shots in the corner. And never a good idea to try and drop Satoshi Kojima, Homa, no matter how wild you are. And he paid for it. As the match continued, though, there was an attempt at Kokeshi. Missed. Kokeshi makes him happy. He just wants to do it. Coach comes into play, and literally the coach does the weirdest form of a flopping fish Kokeshi, or tries to. Ends up short. Kokeshi finally hit by Homa. And the match goes in favor of that team from that point going forward. As Toga Makabe and Yuji Nagata, they exchange pleasantries, and of course I mean physical forearms at each other. The Kid then comes into play, which of course the one that I really wanted to watch and see how far he's progressing. Really showed a lot here. Great performance. Kid, he took it to Yuji Nagata. At one point, locked him into a crab, only for Homa and Kojima to help with the escape. And following this, the match ended with Nagata locking in the Nagata lock 2, I believe. And Gabriel Kidd, he had no choice but to tap out. Very competitive bout, as I must say. Kidd is showing a lot of progress in his growth and performance as a young lion. Good showing out for the veterans, as always, as they help build the future of New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, yeah. And, of course, Dominion was, of course, the 1/3 crowd again. The crowd spoke through nothing but applause. Mad respect to them. As many times I went, oh, throughout the night, couldn't do that. And again, everyone's wearing masks, and of course, the safety and health of everybody was, of course, the #1 thing taken into consideration at this event. I also like before the show started, we actually got like some fan reactions and predictions. Why they're all wearing masks too. Really showing how the fans were happy to be back to enjoy New Japan Pro Wrestling, but also taking these precautions very seriously. Anyway, as this match concluded, we go into our next bout, which was a bout of Chaos and a Young Lion versus LIJ, who of course were dramatically affected by the events of yesterday. As Tomohiro Ishii, Toriano, and Young Lion Yota Tsuji, they took on the team of Sanada, Bushi, and the ticking time bomb current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion in, excuse me, I'm tired as you can tell, in Hiromu Takahashi. Pretty good competitive bouts. Not, of course. I feel like he showed some visibly effective emotions here, and he usually doesn't show that. All 3 men were clearly emotionally disturbed. Even Bush, I could tell from the mask. Hiromu the most disturbed, as he had his wrist tape literally shrouded in a single word. Why? 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 You get the idea. Over and over and over again. And I'm not Simon Miller. I'm not doing the Simon Miller thing. This was just Hiromu, who I feel like truly is the most affected by this. Yano and Sanada, they open this bout. Yano tries to get the best Sanada with exposed turnbuckle pad. Doesn't work. Then Yota Tsuji comes into play. It's Yota and Sanada. They go out for a little bit. Yota puts some good offense in, but Sanada gains control for his team with a kick to the man's leg. Always puts the match in Sanada's favor. Things start to break down, and we get a Paradise Lock on Toriano and Yota Tsuji. by Sonata, much to Milano's pleasantness. As the match continued, there was Ishii and Bushi got into it, which I found very interesting. Bushi trying to test Stone Cold's will. He got knocked out for it. Following this, there was a crab on Hiromu by Yoshisuji as Yoshisuji tries to test his will against the champion. And again, this was once the mouthpiece for Hiromu, so these two are no strangers to each other. Pretty fun bout here, though, but in the end, LIJ, they got the win here with a 3-on-1 assault against Yoshisuji. But an incredibly close near fall by Yoda on Hiromu. I thought he had him with assistance by Toru Yano. Literally, that was the first point of during the show that I literally was like, oh my gosh! Anyway, as the match progressed, in the end, it came down to a full crab by Hiromu Takahashi on the Young Lion. Yoda had no choice but to tap out. Good competitive bout. You would think that some matches being built out of this would possibly be maybe an exhibition with Sonata and Tomohiro Ishii. The Hiromu went after Tomohiro Ishii, which I found was interesting. There might be something going on with Toru Yano. Well, Toru Yano, I don't know whatever going on with Toru Yano. He's spoiler maker, so whatever he wants to do, he's going to do. And clearly, I bet you he still has those 6-man, never openweight tag team championships on his mind. With that being said, pretty good opening tag bout, and LIJ, emotionally distraught, they still got the win. But Hiromu wants answers. It's as simple as that. Anyway, moving on from there, we go into another 6-man tag team bout as Master Wato tags with Yuya Uemura and Hiroyoshi Tenzin to take on Suzuki Goons, El Desperado, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Heel Master, and Dukai. It's Heel Master versus the Grandmaster here, as I subtly put it. And this was what I was looking forward to the most out of this. And I got a pretty good idea of it. So I want to salt on Tenzin in the early going. But what's funny is before this match even began, the breakdown started with Master Rato and his team attacking Suzuki-gun. You don't normally see that. Anyway, a ridiculous brainbuster spot later on puts the match in Master Wato's team's favor. Master Wato, he comes into play, shows us once again what he's capable of with his incredible striking style. And I finally get the preview of the one-on-one I fixed to come. As he and Kanemaru, they went at it for a good amount of time. Kanemaru being a veteran of 20 years experience. Master Wato literally has only been in the game now for 4 years. And pretty good back and forth exchange between the two, I must say. And basically, at this point, I think Master Wato just has all Suzuki-gun on his revenge list, it seems. And as the match progressed, a ridiculous headbutt for headbutt counter, and knockout shot from freaking El Desperado to Yuya Uemura. And once again, with El Desperado getting all the momentum, it seems, lately for these tag team bouts. El Desperado with the spin out faceplant finishing move. Sorry, I don't know the name. He gets the win for his team, pinning Yuya Uemura. 1, 2, 3. What's funny, though, here is after the match, they're still attacking Master Wato, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and everyone else is. And I think right now, coming up soon, could be as soon as Sengoku Lord. It might be Master Wato, but Yoshinobu Kanemaru, a match I would actually be really looking forward to. And with Sengoku Lord right around the corner, we'll have to wait and see. Apparently, Liger compared Tsuji to Bruiser Brody, which I think is an interesting comparison. Anyway, and thank you again at ReasonJP, Chris Charlton, for all your translation, live tweeting during the show. Best English connection you could have during Japanese commentary, but I love the energy Japanese commentary brings. As commentary was provided throughout the night by Jushin Thunder Liger, Milano Collection AT, and even Toga Makabe towards the very end. I wish I knew the other guy's name that was more the play-by-play guy. Way better than Michael Cole. Love his energy. Anyway, moving on from this match, we go into a 2-on-2 encounter as Chaos is Hiroki Goto and Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada. First time, by the way, in his Dominion history, he is not involved in a main event match. Usually in title involvement. That's saying something. They took on the duo from Bullet Club in the Tokyo Pimp, Yujiro Takahashi and Bone Soldier, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Taiji Ishimori. This was a very interesting bout, and really, most of the match, Okada was the one being worked over as Goto watched. Yujiro and Ishimori really teamed up on the Rainmaker. It wasn't until Flapjack to Ishimori that the match finally went in the Rainmaker's favor, and he took over. Okada had tied to Goto. Things were going in favor of Chaos until Gato comes back and exacts more revenge, it seems. He's not, I don't think, ever going to be done with Mega Okada's life of living hell, it seems. Attacks him with revenge, incapacitates him. And what's funny is before all this happened, before the Gato spot, I was thinking based on history and based on Yujira's recent run, it seems, with Bullet Club during these times. Imagine if Yujiro actually pins Hiroki Goto here, gets one up on his biggest rival. And I literally was right and called it. As towards the end of the match, assisted by a bloody cross by Taiji Ishimori, Yujiro Takahashi with a DDT pins Hiroki Goto, and the Bullet Club duo gets the win here. 1, 2, 3. So you gotta imagine being built down the line. I think Okada, he was pissed as he threw his robe straight into the face of Yujiro Takahashi. And of course, there's more to that when you think about Yujiro Takahashi betrayed Chaos back at Dontaku 2014, cost Okada the IWGP Heavyweight Championship against AJ Styles. With that being said, it would not surprise me if a one-on-one encounter is being built more towards, I'd rather not see him face Gato again because we all know the result for that. I would not mind seeing Yujiro Takahashi take on the Rainmaker one-on-one. And honestly, Goto and Yujiro, that could be another encounter waiting to happen too. But with the fact that it was Ishimori with the assist, I can see Goto going after Ishimori here. So a couple of single special matches might be being built out of this. I don't know about y'all, but personally, I don't need to see Okada beat Gato again in a match just to get one-upsmanship by Gato, it seems, outside of that, which has been the story lately. Fun bout, though. We then go into a clean and disinfectant break, as always, as standard precautionary measures go. And Yujiro, by the way, this follows up with a comment he made yesterday backstage. I can't get to Okada's level, but I can damn sure bring him down to mine. Things to come. Just saying. Anyway, moving on from there, commentary, they highlight the rest of the card, which is our big part of the card, which are our title matches. The Never Openweight title, the tag title, and the main event. Milano basically at one point says, I have high hopes for Evil to keep evolving and make it to the top. For him to join Bullet Club and all the interference that involves, I still want to believe that this isn't true. You can tell that Milano really wishes that this was a nightmare that he could just wake up from. Anyway, as we come back from our cleaning disinfectant break, we then go into the Never Openweight title match, and personally, this was my favorite match of the night. As Sho and Shingo Takagi, they went to town and unleashed hell into each other. Literally, Sho taking on the final boss in the video game, coming back with a higher power level. Shingo Takagi doing everything he can. Both these men truly show him what the spirit never has become ever since the longevity of his champions, including but not limited to Togi Makabe, the wrestler Katsura Shibata, Tomohiro Ishii, and of course Hiroki Goto, who's had the most reigns to it, as well as even Kenta, who previously had the title. And the list goes on and on. Anyway, Minoru Suzuki, how could I forget that? This match began with both men duking it out for each other, a bit of a feeling out process, shoulder tackles galore, neither man getting the best of each other, and then a forearm exchange, smashing each other in the face. It wasn't until an axe handle by freaking Shingo Takagi, the match started going into his favor. Following that, though, Sho tries to get the best of Rampage Dragon with a spear denied into a DDT. But then a sliding lariat gets denied as well by Shingo, and Sho counters that into a spear finally. Rebound suplex bridge into a near fall, not enough. Sho really putting everything he can to try and beat Shingo Takagi to become Never Openweight champion. Anyway, as this match continues, Shingo finally pulls off my favorite thing, similar to a Fire Meal game, 3-move combo. That freaking elbow strike, that freaking pop punch into the face, that jab, damn. And then drops him with a lariat. Lariats galore, by the way, in this match. Following this, ridiculous backdrop loose spot puts the match once again into favor of Sho. But then following that, Shingo, he comes back, only for Sho to come back again with a freaking knee strike and then a lariat. As the match progresses, Shingo does pull off no Shigami for a near fall, not enough. Ridiculous backstabber and a pop-up powerbomb combination by Sho for another near fall, not enough. Elevated power breaker backstabber where he has him suspended and drops him on his knees. That's a lot of weight coming down from a higher elevation too. Really puts the match in the Sho's favor, but still not enough. Starting this point on, he started working on the arm that Shingo is known to use for the pumping bomber to weaken not only that move when it's to come, inevitably, but also maybe ground Shingo, stop his momentum, and maybe get him into a submissions victory. It almost worked here, too. Ridiculous lariat, though, kick out at 1, and then both these men collide into each other. Shingo pulls off Made in Japan, followed by Pumping Bomber, and Sho kicks out at 1. Wow. Following this, we go into a sleeper hold, and it looks like Sho is this close to winning the Neverweight title, but Shingo refuses to relent, refuses to give up, refuses to pass out. His body refuses to quit, and he refuses to let his body quit. As this continued, armbar into a ridiculous pile driver spot, and then a kick to the arm once again, really working that right arm of Shingo. Another armbar though, and Shingo, he powers out of it, pulls off a death body driver out of nowhere. Sho though pops up from it like nothing. Both these men slapping into each other. Sho more so slapping into Shingo. Shingo just taking it. Ridiculous headbutt spot into rope assisted GTR. And one of my friends on Twitter came up with a very unique naming for that move. If I can find it while I look at my notes here. Let me see if I can find it for you because I thought it was really cool. Let's see here. What was it? Burning Dragon. Burning Dragon, that's what it was. And I like that a lot. Burning GTR. And please follow my friends at Luffy0702, Gina at, let me see if I get her, at Gina Dali DALY02, and of course my friend Sandy at SRod_Princessa. They are true New Japan Pro Wrestling fans. They know their stuff, and they are pro wrestling fans at heart. The list goes on with how many more people I know. Shout out to my NJPW discussions group also on Twitter as well. You guys all rock. With that being said, after that Sister GDR, he pulls off Last of the Dragon, and Shingo Takagi retains the title 1, 2, 3. What an incredible performance, though, by Sho. Definitely his best singles match to date. I'm curious to see what's next for the guy, but I know what's next for Rampage Dragon, as after the match, as he goes up to the ramp, grabbing his arm, by the way, who comes out? El Desperado. So it looks like El Desperado has put his name out there and has challenged Shingo Takagi for the Never Openweight Tag Team, or excuse me, Never Openweight Championship. Apologies. Botch. And basically, Desperado, he commentates, you know what this means, right? Stand up, champion. Whatever happens, you're accepting this challenge. And with the fact that he took Shingo's title, yeah, I think it's safe to say we got a Neverweight title match coming very shortly. It would not surprise me if this happens at Sengoku Lord. We might already be building Sengoku Lord at this point, folks. I'm just saying. Anyway, as we move away from that incredible match, and I wonder what's next for Sho, considering he still is one half of the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, but his partner's out indefinitely. Maybe he could focus more on maybe the heavyweight tag team scene or the six-man titles. We'll have to wait and see. Moving on from that match, we're going to our IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship bout. As Golden Ace in Kota Ibushi, the Golden Star, and the Ace of New Japan versus Tanahashi. They defend the titles against Dangerous Tekkers in Taiji and Zack Sabre Jr., representing my faction, Suzuki-gun, Kasa Ninare. Again, this was their first defense since becoming tag team champions back at Corrigan Hall in February. But these guys have had their numbers and have definitely had the psychological warfare over them when you figure about Taiji beat both these men in the New Japan Cup. This was an incredible match, though, back and forth here. Kota Ibushi, he starts it off here. He gets worked over by both men, which kind of surprised me, considering that usually Dangerous Tech has been working over the Ace more often. But I guess the Ace was really hindered already, so they figured they'd take out maybe the better physically capable of the two to start off the match. And they kind of did. As a back and forth between Taiji and Zack Sabre Jr. working over Kota Ibushi's leg, it wasn't until a beautiful drop kick. I think Kota has a better drop kick than Okada. I'm just going to say that right now. Puts the match into Golden Ace's favor as the Ace gets tagged in, goes to town on Taiji with ridiculous dragon screws. Ouch. Zack Sabre Jr. comes into play, gets a dragon screw of his own. Dragon screw has got to be one of the most smooth that suck the most in professional wrestling, especially when delivered by the Ace. Chokehold spot, though, using, I think, a tag rope at first by Taiji, unknown to the referee, red shoes, by the way. And he gets the better of the Ace and then goes outside, uses the cabling, it seems. Following this, though, Zack Sabre Jr. starts working over the neck of Hiroshi Tanahashi and neck cranks him twice with his feet. Ouch. But following this, there's a reverse dragon screw spot on Zack Sabre Jr. that puts the match once again in the tag champ's favor. And then we get into a kickoff between Kota Ibushi and Taiji. Good God. The kicks that these two did to each other literally feels like that one of these men's chests should have collapsed. It wasn't until a spin round kick by Taiji that actually made Kota Ibushi seem vulnerable, only for Kota to answer back with another kick of his own of similar style. Both of these men were basically back and forth. Neither could get the better of each other until a high kick in the corner literally suspended Kota Ibushi in place. And then following this, unique spot with dueling submissions as Taiji lost Kota in submission and as the Ace goes for interference, Zack Sabre Jr. locks the Ace into a submission hold. But the Ace then reverses Zack Sabre Jr. into a cloverleaf and then goes for a Dragon Sleeper on Taiji. By the way, not Legal Man. Anyway, following this, they go for their tag team offense, now known as the Golden Brainbuster, into a near fall. Drops Taiji where he stands. Not enough. Then we get a sleeper hold and another ridiculous high kick spot, this time by Kota Ibushi. And he goes for a powerbomb last ride combination. Not enough. The pants finally come off Taiji. The match goes into level 2. High kick to Taiji once again, though, by Kota, and then a ridiculous forearm strike. Jumping high kick by Taiji, follow up. Twist and shout, high five flow by the Ace. Not enough. Then all 4 men take each other out, where you have a kick, and then a strike to the knee, and then a Zack driver and a sling blade. All 4 men down. The crowd is red hot, applauding the loudest point of the night. Following this, another sling blade gets blocked, and then the ref inadvertently gets taken out, and all hell breaks loose here. The Iron Finger of Visca by Taiji comes into play. He takes out Kota Ibushi. Kota is gone the rest of the match. Period. It's a 2-on-1 assault now on the Ace, and literally, this was a physical dissection and a statement being made by Suzuki-gun and Dangerous Tekkas. And apparently they are sick and tired of the Ace being on top and being in their way. So they made sure to take him out indefinitely, probably, as they do back and forth exchangeable dragon screws through both legs, both men do to the Ace, countless times, over and over and over and over, to the point that literally they stop, and Taiji says, "Come on, man. Come on, Ace. Stand up. Stand up." He couldn't stand. Following this, the Dangerous Tekkas, they pull off their tag team maneuver, the 10-shoe Zack Driver with the super kick Zack Driver combination. And ladies and gentlemen, we have new IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. 1, 2, 3. As Dangerous Tekkas, they stand tall, and for final measure, when Kota finally gets back in the ring, with assistance by Zack Sabre Jr., Black Mephisto by Taiji, and they literally stack them like Coolwood, stand triumphant over their opposition. Suzuki-gun's got gold. An incredibly physical, taxing match with a lot of British strong style here. High kick striking offense, heart, and tactics aside. You gotta respect the game that Suzuki-gun brings. And hey, they're the champions now. I really wonder what's next for the Golden Ace, as now I imagine maybe now this means Hiroshi Tanahashi will finally get his legs fine-tuned, because we all know it's long overdue. And Kota Ibushi, he can maybe now focus on singles pursuits or other tag team gold. I would not mind seeing Kota Ibushi go after the Never Openweight title again, former Never Openweight champion. Just saying, but tough break for the Ace. That was just painful to watch. Ouch. And now that Zack Sabre Jr. and Taiji rule the heavyweight tag team division, we'll see who's first to challenge them. Maybe Okada can go after this now as a new pursuit. LIJ, maybe they can go through this. Maybe Sonata and Shingo Takagi could go after this? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, moving on from there, we go into our main event. The first crowd over 4 months, seeing something inconceivable. The New Japan, shrouded in darkness, and then Evil's entry in Bullet Club, as Chris Charlton subtly put it. And he was absolutely right. As Evil comes out, new theme, new look, new attitude. He is no, as Milano, it seemed like, still behind Evil, but more so just praying for his friend back. His dark presence that he's known these whole years is long dead, as Evil now is a soldier of darkness, coming out, as one of my friends called it, Genghis Khan, it seemed. Badass attitude, long hair look covering the face, brand new just presence to the ring, it seems. Being booed out of the building. And then Tetsuya Naito, he comes into play. And literally this match, it doesn't even get underway. It almost gets thrown out, as Red Shoes is 0 F's about Bullet Club. And is also 0 nonsense, as Bullet Club was all in toed in Evil's corner. Even Gato. Red Shoes rejected Gato. I love that. He's like, you guys get out of here. I'll throw this match out right now. And Gato did everything he could to talk Red Shoes. Leave me here. Let me be in the corner. Like, nope, 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 nope. I feel like Red Shoes has favor with LIJ. Just saying. Eventually, the match, it does get underway. It's literally one-on-one. And this match was anything but tranquilo for the champion, Tetsuya Naito, the double champ, as he went right into Evil, right into town, using the strongest ring barricade in the business, the blue barricades around ringside. Hard-ass whips, back and forth, back and forth. Evil, though, he follows up and basically answers back from this. Gets the match to his control. But here's a real moment I did not expect to see with everything that's been happening lately in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Evil notices that Milano still has that plastic ask in hand, and basically he destroys it. And Milano, who I might add has been retired for 10 years, he literally jumps the table, jumps the barricade, looks like he's going to go after Evil, only for Evil to send him into the barricade. I think it's safe to say that Milano's friend is long dead. But wow, for a retired guy, Milano's got some speed behind him. Damn, did not see that coming. Anyway, as this match progressed, Evil had the match in his favor. He grounded Naito, working over the leg, basically working over the knee, had him in a submission hold. Naito counters back to another submission hold. The match really goes in Evil's favor, though, when he literally drives Naito's knee, surgically repaired me, as my friend Sandy put over. Ouch! Explodes through the freaking table from the apron to the floor, near countout victory, as literally Evil hobbles on one leg back into the ring. Holy crap. And it looks like before that Evil was trying to end Nigel's career altogether, only for Red Shoes to play defense heavily, grabbing a piece of table as Evil had a chair, like, I will not allow this. I will attack you if needed. That says a lot about Red Shoes. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Red Shoes is the best referee in the business. Simple as that. Anyway, as we get back in the ring finally, Evil locks in the Scorpion Deathlock, and it seems like that Naito's going to pass out. He's not going to tap out. Evil is about to stop the match, but Naito gets to the ropes. We go from here and a ridiculous power slam spot, and then a slap by Naito, followed by Esperanza. Have not seen that for a while. Near fall. Pulls off Gloria, and then uses the exposed turnbuckle to his advantage, sends Evil into the exposed turnbuckle. I'm pretty sure that mouthguard helped him, though. Withstood some of the impact. And unfortunately, you knew it was going to happen. Red Shoes is down. Red Shoes is down. Uh-oh. And who comes out to try and play difference makers? Jado with that damn kendo stick. And Taiji Ishimori. Taiji Ishimori comes off the top ropes, takes out Naito. As Jado comes down, Hiromu, like a bat out of hell, comes out and puts the match once again into Naito's favor. Makes a one-man counter. Gets rid of Jado, or Jado, however you say it. Fuck it. And Taiji Ishimori. And then Chair comes into play as Evil was laying on a chair this whole time. Red Shoe's still out. And Naito eats a chair to the chest. As this match continues, we find Bushi coming down to play a difference maker, it seems. I thought he was going to, like, spoil Miss, telling Naito to get up. And then, what the fucking hell? Freaking chokehold with some sort of foreign object, it seems, on Naito by Bushi. And so it seems. And literally because of that, it puts the match in Evil's favor. And literally the dreaded low stomp that Evil's known for. He finally pulls off Everything is Evil with the ref finally available, and Evil is the double champion. He pinned Naito. 1, 2, 3. What in the fuck did I just witness? Following this, though, we see Bushi in the ring with the Bullet Club sign. I'm like, what in the fucking hell? Are you kidding me? But apparently, it was not Bushi. It was somebody, though, familiar with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Former IWGP Tag Team Champion with Taka Michinoku. He's from Pro Wrestling, DDT Pro, excuse me. It is Dick Togo. Yes, Dick Togo. You might remember him. He is a Shocka known as Shigai Sato. Excuse me. Apologize if I screw up that name. I did not see that coming. As literally, we haven't heard anything from this guy since 2016 when he's involved in freaking Evolve Wrestling and took on Chris Hero and beat him. And at one point, this guy was retired too, all right? Just saying. You can tell how flabbergasted I was by this, right? This Dominion was not like, you know, the most eye-catching, best top to bottom. By the way, one of the longest matches too. These last few matches, they went near 30 minutes each. A couple of them went over that. With that being said, though, it's a new era and a new beginning in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm still trying to comprehend everything that I saw. But anyway, as Evo introduced Dick Togo, basically everything that Naito built, everything Hiromu knew, everything we know about Evo, gone to the wayside, dead, period. Was Tama Tonga involved in this the whole time? Was Gedo literally behind this master plan all along? Did Evo and Gedo get together as soon as the G1 last year and put this all into fruition? How did this happen? with that being said, I don't know what the fuck to say about what we just witnessed. And ironically, even though he is not LIJ, Evo is basically a triple champion now because he still holds 1/3 of the freaking never overweight 6-man tag team titles, which Shingo Takagi has been very vocal about. But yeah, folks, the real Bushi, I can only imagine what he's thinking right now. Real Bushi, he is not Bullet Club. He is still LIJ. I don't know what the hell happened to him, though. Hiromu, he does come out and confront his former friend, it seems, and basically he just comes out and asks him straight, how does it feel? What's going on in your mind right now? Tell me now. Hiromu just wants answers, but more so, he wants a fight with Evil. Hell, he will take Evil on if Evil feels like a coward for just one of those titles. He literally said that. Honestly, Hiromu will probably take him on for no titles at all. He doesn't care about anything else. He just wants to know how he feels right now. Damn it. Because Hiromu wants answers. And as Evil was going to say something, drops the mic, walks away with Dick Togo, walks away with both titles, and celebrates and reconvenes with Bullet Club at the top of the entranceway. And Hiromu loses his damn mind, screaming at the heavens, running to the backstage area, screaming like a madman. I feel like Hiromu has literally been broken, if I can say that, and there's a darker, more unstable Hiromu to come that is going to be even more dangerous to, if nobody else, himself versus everybody else. However, going backstage, we did get one subtle comment from Evil, and I don't know if Hiromu heard this, as Chris Charlton translated. I'm a triple champion, and Naito is done. Basically, Hiromu, fine. I will smash you apart anytime. And as we go away, last comments from Togo Makabe, or excuse me, Dick Togo, he says, NJPW fans, who is the strongest around here? The answer is Evil. Remember that. Looks like Evil's got an enforcer now in his corner from this point going forward. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, Bullet Club is back on top with the gold, now held by their Dark Warrior in Evil. Holy hell, what a friggin' night. What a match. What a show. What a changing, a reshaping of everything we know in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Okada, no longer top 2 champion. Naito, no longer the double champion. And probably going to go through surgery, I imagine. Or who knows what he's feeling at this point. Dick Togo back in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Evil on top with everything. And honestly, you might as well just say it. He's leading Bullet Club at this point. He's the double champion. I don't know what this means right now for Jay White. I don't know if Jay White is happy about this truly, or Jay White's truly the leader, or Gato is changing Bullet Club as we speak, or the freaking GOD are changing Bullet Club as we speak. You remember one time when Tama Tonga sent out a tweet about, maybe it's time to go solo. You wonder if that was more directed towards maybe Evil leaving his buddies in LIJ and his tap partner Sonata to become this. There's a lot more here than meets the eye and a lot of answers still to be figured out and a lot of backstage commentary to be translated to by Chris Charlton. As further details develop, I'll definitely be following it. I hope you all will be too. And with that, that's it, folks. That's it for Dominion. That's it for the New Japan Cup. Welcome to the new era in New Japan Pro Wrestling, the era of evil. Darkness is Bullet Club. Everything is evil in Bullet Club. Simple as that. With that being said, we now have a few days of reprieve until New Japan Road, and then we go to Sengoku Lord and see what happens there. No doubt we're going to have a Neverweight Championship match, I believe, between Shingo Takagi and El Desperado. We'll see what's next for Bloody Dangerous Techers now. How is Kota Ibushi going to react to this loss? How is Hiromu Takahashi going to react to everything that's happening around him? And how does LIJ bounce back from this? Everything's changed. No idea what's next. We'll have to wait and see. And what's next for Matt Wathel, too? I want to see the heel master versus grandmaster. I hope it's booked like that, too. With that being said, I enjoyed this Dominion. It was different. It was definitely shocking, memorable, not forgetful. And several of my friends, they definitely let their thoughts and voices be heard on Twitter, including those that I mentioned as well prior. With that being said, I, honest to God, am still flabbergasted and don't know how to react or go from here or what to say. And shout out to Nicole and Wrestling Guy -99. You know who you are. NJPW Discussions for Life. With that being said, I'm done here. Thank you so much for tuning in. You want to know more about me? Know this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of ... wrestling. And I cannot wait to see what NJPW brings next. And that's why it's my #1. So follow me on Twitter, NoDQ.com/Noah. Follow me on Instagram, AdamFoster9016. Follow the Super YouTube channel here at YouTube.com/user/Noah Foster210 for all things wrestling. Shout out to my AEW family on Twitter as well. It will primarily focus on NJPW and AEW for the long haul. You'll see simple chats, more predictions, more reviews, more discussions, more wrestling ahead. I promise you that. With that being said, support WrestleJoy, support NoDQ, support Pro Wrestling Discussion, support Team All Elite, support Independent Wrestling because that's the heart of it. Just support wrestling. I could go on and on. Support Trade Brand, buy a shirt. As always, I like to close. Support wrestling outlets big and small. Let's keep growing this incredible, diverse, unique, elite, authentic, unscripted, unrestricted wrestling community together. Simple as that. Holy hell, New Japan Pro Wrestling, you have rallied me beyond belief. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning into this and watching along and listening to my ramblings. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Hit the bell, know next video goes out on this channel. Hit the subscribe button. Help me grow this channel. Shout out to all 159 that's been with me on this fun YouTube creator's journey. It's not letting up anytime soon. I promise and guarantee you that. And until next time, take care, enjoy life. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Treasure families, enjoy wrestling. Stay tuned. I'm sure my friend at SimplyC_OK, Cindy Darling, Cindy G, she will definitely have a rebuttal to all of this and more through her and NoDQ's Instagram page. So, till next time, take care. Enjoy your Sunday. It's currently 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on July 12th. I'm going to bed. Go Kikenyo, sayonara, good morning, good evening, good night to you all. Thank you for watching.